What's up, y'all? Okay, this it's kind of weird. I'm like vlogging on an iPad, but so I just got back from the gym. Um, you know, someone came up to me and asked me some questions, and I kind of thought about it. And honestly, people come up to me pretty often, and they all ask me the same thing. It's how do I gain muscle? How do I get bigger? Um, what should I be doing? What routine should I be following? And I've kind of noticed a lot of people are kind of lost on what to be doing, and you know, routines that they should be doing in the gym and what exercises, what they should be eating. So I'm gonna do my best to kind of simplify that for you and keep it short and simple because honestly, in my opinion, building muscle is super simple. It's super easy as far as like what to follow. I feel like nowadays people kind of overcomplicate it, especially because like the fitness industry now is like buy this and you'll be buff in a week, right? Trying to get you to buy their products. So I'm gonna give you a few things that I've followed on my fitness journey and what I think you should be doing. Whether you're a newbie or whether you're an advanced lifter, I think everyone should be following like these same tips. But yeah, if you are a newbie, I hope this helps you. This is for you guys. So I'm gonna post pictures will pop up of me when I first started my journey. I was about 130, 135. Calisthenics. I did calisthenics, push-ups, pull-ups, dips, sit-ups, stuff like that. When I did start getting into weightlifting, though, I got my highest weight that I got up to was 175. I'm currently about 167, 170. I kind of bounce in between there. I'll post more pictures, videos, but yeah. So just a few things. I'm gonna try and keep it short and sweet. Calorie surplus. So what that is multiply your body weight times 15. That's maintenance calories. That's calories that you should be eating to remain the same weight, but obviously you want to grow, right? So what you're gonna want to do, or something that's worked for me, is training days. I eat a 400 to 500 calorie surplus. So add that 400 to 500 calories on top of your maintenance. That's what I eat for training days. On rest days, I stay at maintenance calories. I don't go below. If for some reason I go a little bit above, then that's fine. But stay above. So if you're someone who wants to lose fat and build muscle, don't listen to those people who are like, oh, you can't build fat and build muscle. Lose fat and build muscle at the same time is not possible, because it is possible. The thing that I would recommend for that is staying in that surplus on your training days again, 400 to 500 calories. On rest days, I would recommend going in a slight deficit, probably start around like 200 calories below maintenance. Another thing that's important with food and eating is you wanna weigh yourself every week. So you want to see whether you're gaining weight, whether you're not gaining weight, whether you're losing too much weight. So you can adjust your calories and you can find out, find your little sweet spot of like what you should be eating and like what's gonna work for you the best. Another thing is like people are confused on protein, like how much protein should we be getting? Should I take my protein before bed? Should I take it pre and post workout? Should I take it when I wake up in the morning, right? So let's start off with this. So 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 165, 165 grams of protein per day, or 0.8 is about like 135. That's what you should be getting every single day. If you're someone who is trying to lose that fat and you want to go in a deficit, keep your protein at 1 gram per pound of body weight. Don't go to any less, and the reason for that is because you want to preserve your muscle. You want to keep the muscle you have and keep building muscle, and you don't want to lose any of that muscle mass that you have, right? So you want to keep that at 1 gram. As far as like eating it right in the morning or eating it right before bed, post workout, it's up to you. If you want to do that, that's fine. But if you want to get your protein after a workout 10 minutes right after, or if you want to get it an hour after, it's fine. Don't stress it. The main goal that you should be focusing on is at the end of the day, do you have your protein? Sorry, shaky. At the end of the day, do you have your protein count? That's the main goal. At the end of the day, you want that protein count. It doesn't matter how you get it. And what I mean by that is just doesn't mean what time Doesn't mean that you have to be on a strict schedule, like, oh, I need protein every single hour. It doesn't matter as long as you have it at the end of the day. That's what matters. Okay. So number 1, calorie surplus. Number 2 is progressive overload and key lifts. So progressive overload, that's just getting stronger, adding more weight, adding more reps to your lifts over time. A lot of people that I've seen, or a lot of people that I've talked to, they're in the gym and they're not focusing on these key lifts. So what these key lifts are your incline bench, your deadlift, your squat, weighted pull-ups, weighted dips, flat bench. All those heavy compound movements are super important, especially for someone who's trying to get bigger, trying to get more mass, someone who's a newbie. Get perfect form, perfect your form first, but those are the exercises that you're going to always want to be focusing on. The reason for that is because as natural lifters, your main goal should be to get stronger. You want to get stronger. The more strength you have, the more muscle that you're going to have. So it's important for you to keep getting stronger. I would recommend taking a logbook to the gym, write down your exercises, the reps you're doing with the weight. So what you want to do is every single week that you come into the gym, you want to be better than the week before, whether it be another 5 pounds, whether it be 2 more reps, 1 more rep. Every single week you want progress. That's what's going to drive that muscle growth. And you don't need to be in the gym for 2 hours a day. You don't need to be in the gym for seven days a week. There's no point. For someone who's, I see all these people in the gym and they're doing like 10 exercises for chest and then they're doing like 10 more exercises after for triceps. It's counterproductive because, especially as a natural lifter, you're training for strength, and when you're killing your muscles in the gym and you're just destroying them, and the recovery is like so little, you're not going to be able to hit those strength gains every week. You're not going to be able to make those PRs. You're not going to be able to get that extra rep. So don't go in the gym. Don't kill yourself. Don't go into the gym and just do all these exercises and destroy yourself. Focus on those key lifts, and 80% of your muscle growth is going to come from those key lifts. The other 20% is going to come from that accessory work. And of course you want to get stronger on those too, but focus on those key lifts, and that's what's going to get you bigger. Heavy military press, that's going to build your shoulders. Weighted pull-ups, your back's going to get super wide. It's going to bring out your shoulders even more too. Incline bench, it's going to build that front delt. It's going to build that upper part of your chest. Focus on that, focus on the other exercises, and that's going to build, that muscle, the muscle that you want, the muscle that matters, the muscle that's going to make you look the best. So focus on those. Don't go in the gym. Don't kill yourself. Don't go in there and just do random stuff. Focus on those main lifts. Do a few accessories after, and just make sure you're getting stronger on those. Focus on those. Speaking on those people who are in the gym doing a lot of stuff, all these dudes now that are, Instagram famous and stuff, honestly, like 90% of them are on steroids and stuff anyways, so that high volume works for them because, their muscles repair like 10 times faster than ours. And they could be in the gym for 3 hours doing all this volume and stuff because they're going to grow muscle no matter what. As a natural lifter, you don't want to be in there for 3 hours because, you're not going to get stronger. People are in the gym for a few months and they don't see any progress. They don't see any progress because they're using the same weights over and over again because they don't know that, progressive overload and focusing on strength for a natural lifter is what's going to give you the best gains. And, if you don't want to go in the gym and lift heavy, then, you're not going to get results. You need to lift heavy. And what I like to do is reverse pyramid training. I've used it in the past and I went back to it now because it works really good for strength training. And all it is you start off with your heaviest weight first, drop the weight, do a few more reps, drop the weight again, do a few more reps. And what I mean by that, I don't mean like a drop set. I mean like your first set is your heaviest weight, around like 4 to 6 reps. Your next set, drop the weight a little bit, do about 6 to 8. And then your next set, drop the weight again, 8 to 10 reps. That's worked really well for me. Another thing is I do strength training for about 2 months. And then for a month after that, I'll switch to a little higher volume. Drop the weight a little bit. Don't lift as heavy. And the reason I do that is because lifting heavy is pretty taxing on your body. You know, you want to give your body a little bit of a break. And when you switch from strength to hypertrophy like that, you might even get more muscle growth because your body's so used to strength training that when you switch to hypertrophy, you can make more gains. And then I'll just switch back to strength. So try that out. Remember, key lifts, focus on those. Those, I promise you, those are going to build your body the most. You know, think about it. What's going to build your body the most? Someone who's in the gym doing 40 pounds incline dumbbell, right? Incline dumbbell, and then they superset that with some 20-pound flies, and then they superset that with something else. Who's going to have more muscle, that guy or the guy who's on incline bench repping out 275 pounds? The guy who's having 275 pounds, right? So focus on those key lifts, add weight, and you will get bigger, you will get stronger. So yeah, don't overcomplicate it. Don't go kill yourself in the gym. Train smart. That's what's gonna, you know, give you those gains. Training smart, and now you know what to focus on. So focus on those key lifts. Over time, just add up the weight, add up the reps, and go from there. The next thing that I have is rest. So like I said, those people who are in the gym, you know, 7 days a week, 2 hours, you know, they're not seeing progress because they're not allowing their body to fully recover. They're in the gym killing themselves, that, you know, their muscles aren't fully recovering. They're doing too much to where they can't focus on strength gains, so they're not making any muscle gains. When you're doing such high volume, it's hard to make strength gains because your body's just so tired all the time that you can't come in the next week and hit that new PR. You can't come in the week after that and hit that PR. So all those weeks go by and you're missing out on all these gains and all these strength gains because you're in the gym just destroying yourself. So cut back a little bit if you are that person. Focus on getting stronger, focus on strength, and you will see a big difference in your body and your transformation. 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. Rest days are important. People think that rest days are bad because it's gonna hinder their growth, like, you know, the grind don't stop, right? So no, that's wrong. You do need rest days. They're super important. You know, you go into the gym, you tear your muscles, you need to recover. You need them to repair, come back stronger, come back bigger. So rest days will not hinder your growth. They're only going to make your growth that much better. It's going to help your muscle growth. It's going to help you make those strength gains. And, you know, when you're making those strength gains and hitting those PRs, you're going to grow. So, I mean, that's the main things that you guys really need to focus on, is eating in that calorie surplus, focusing on progressive overload, focusing on those key lifts and just getting stronger. The more strength you have, the more muscle that you will have. So get stronger, and I promise that you will see gains. And then rest. It's important. Your muscles need to heal. They need to repair. They need to come back bigger, stronger, and you need to provide like what they need to be able to come back, you know, that following day or whatever, that following week in the gym, and be able to hit that new weight, that heavier weight, that extra rep. So focus on your rest. Another two things that I want to tell you guys about, that's not necessarily something that you need to follow, but something that's helped me is, you know, you need to understand patience. Muscle growth is so minimal. It's not as fast as you think it is. You know, people who say they gain 40 pounds of muscle in a year, gain 40 pounds of muscle in up 2 months. It's not real. Like 90% of that's probably fat. You need to realize that it's a slow process. It's not an easy process. It takes time. It takes dedication. It takes hard work. But, you know, if you can show up day in and day out and put in the work, you're going to get the results. So show up. Just show up. There's going to be days where you're going to have bad workouts. You're going to want to give up. You're not going to want to go. Just show up. Even if it's a bad workout, at least you're there, right? So patience is huge. You know, you may not get the progress that you want in a month. You may not get it in 3 months. You may not even get it in a year. You need to be able to just keep going and keep going. And when you can turn lifting into a lifestyle and a habit, you know, that's when the gains are just going to come, but they're just going to come over time. And then you're just going to look back and be like, oh, wow, like I made all these gains. You know, and I didn't even realize it. So just adopt the lifestyle, show up, just go. And don't compare yourself to others. You know, everyone's at a different stage in their lifting career. You know, you might be comparing yourself to someone who's been lifting for 15 years and you may have just started. You know, don't do that. If you want to use them as inspiration, then, you know, go for it. But, you know, don't compare yourself in negative ways, because like I said, you know, you could be comparing yourself to someone who may be on steroids. You may be comparing yourself to someone who has been lifting for 10 plus years, you know, so use them as inspiration, use them as drive, but don't compare yourself to someone else, because, you know, in reality, you're never going to look like them. And what I mean by that is, you know, everyone's different. Everyone has different genetics. You may not get an Arnold chest, right? You may not have the genetics to build a chest like that, but you have the genetics to build your chest like to the best possible way that you can. So focus on yourself. You know, everyone started somewhere. Everyone started with that 45 pounds on the side, right? That one plate. But you know, it's up to you to keep building it, keep adding weight. Just focus on your progress, man, and you'll get there eventually. But you know, don't give up. And remember, calorie surplus, eating above maintenance, 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Focus on getting stronger. Progressive overload, more reps, more weight. Focus on those big key lifts, and make sure you get lots of rest, and you will grow. Your body's going to have no choice not to grow. You will grow. You get stronger, you're going to grow. As long as your nutrition and rest is fine, you will grow. I promise you that, but you have to be able to stick to it. You have to show up. You have to have the patience, and you have to have the drive. You know, it's a long journey, but the person that you're gonna become from the journey is, you know, worth the wait. You know, your mindset's gonna be crazy. You're gonna be so driven, so motivated and dedicated to one thing, and you know, those qualities are super important to have in life. And you know, I wish you guys the best on your journey. I don't know if I mentioned if I was gonna post pictures or not of my transformation, but if not, I'm gonna post where I started and where I'm at now. I'll post like some pictures, some videos. You know, let them speak for themselves. If you guys do have any questions or, you know, comments, you want me to speak on something, I'll do that for you guys. This is my first video, so I do have a lot more coming. Hopefully some workouts, a lot of tips, tricks. But yeah, whatever you guys want to know, leave it down below. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and hopefully we can take this thing to the next level. So peace, guys.